Sinjar, the home of Iraq's ethnic Yazidis. 5 years on from its liberation from ISIS, much of the city remains in ruin. Despite this, COVID-19 has been a major driver in motivating tens of thousands of returnees that have arrived home in recent months. Barzan Farez and his family were among them.
Coronavirus had affected some people's lives. There are some people who work here and their families lived in camps somewhere else. So some were afraid that the checkpoints might close again and movement wouldn't be allowed between provinces, which would stop them from seeing their families. So they brought their families back to Sinjar.
Barzan's old home was destroyed by ISIS. He bought this new house from a family that do not want to return home.
It has been damaged by the bombing of the neighboring houses. NRC are renovating the place through their contractor, and they're doing a good job, and I think they'll finish their work in a week.
NRC said returnees face many challenges.
There are a lot of shelter needs, and also there's lack of job opportunity, lack of basic services such as electrical, drinking water.
In addition, there are also security concerns. ISIS may be gone, but it has been replaced by a long list of competing state forces and militia groups, some affiliated with Iran, others with the PKK. A Kurdish separatist rebel group fighting an insurgency against Turkey, but that also occupies territory in Iraq.
I don't know who to point to, because there are so many forces, so many political tensions here. The security situation is not good enough these days because of the forces that are here now. People are scared because of the tensions between the forces here.
In October, an agreement to return control of security to the Iraqi state was made by the government and the regional administration of Iraqi Kurdistan, led by the Kurdish Democratic Party, or KDP. Kifa Sinjari is the Sinjar advisor for the KDP government in Erbil.
The aim with this agreement is to help the people who live in a camp and have refused to go back because of the existence of these forces, which are outlawed organizations. They're outlaws. They came from other countries. The fact that they're recruiting some people in the area does not mean that they are an official force.
But complicating matters further is the fact that many armed groups are part of the Popular Mobilization Forces, or PMF, a collection of paramilitaries legally considered to be state forces. Under police escort imposed on France 24 due to the tensions, we travelled to meet with one such faction, the Sinjar Resistance Unit, a Yazidi group closely affiliated with the PKK. Its commander, Diswel Fakir, has rejected the Baghdad-Kurdistan agreement that would obligate them to leave.
Where
would we go? We're from Sinjar. How come they signed such an offensive agreement? And this agreement is in favor of the KDP. And it looks like a massacre to us.
The group's affiliation with the PKK makes them unpopular with the KDP, who accuse the latter of intimidation, racketeering and other criminality. But at the same time, many Yazidis resent the KDP, which they consider to have abandoned them to ISIS in 2014, while the PKK came to their aid.
We can't forget about the help that the PKK gave us back in that time when our elders, our mothers and fathers, and people who couldn't save themselves, the PKK came and carried them on their backs and brought them up Mount Sinjar to rescue them.
With such a complex web of rivalries linking Sinjar's many armed groups, there is little consensus over who should take control. And while many displaced people are only just returning to their homeland, the rejection of the new security agreement threatens to destabilize the region yet again.